Alright, welcome back everybody. Another episode of 2G's Bourbon Talk. I'm George. It's my dad, George.
Hello.
So, we've been off for almost a month.
Yeah.
Three and a half weeks to a month. But in the meantime, we was on a trip to Texas, which got us some lovely bottles of bourbon that we can't get in Pennsylvania. As you guys all know, Pennsylvania doesn't really have a lot of different types of bourbon that is from like other states. Like, so for instance, your 13th Colonies is from Mississippi. The Frey Ranch that we got down there is from Utah. Still Austin is from Texas. The Ben Holiday is from Missouri. And then the last one on the end is Elijah Craig 18-year single barrel. That was donated and given to me by one of my best friends, Chad Wadsworth, a.k.a. Roy. He was up for our 30th reunion. And we had, we went together. My wife took us and drove us home, and we had a pretty good time. But anyways, he wanted us to reveal that, so I figured we'll reveal that for him. And I didn't know whether to start it first or last. I think we should put it last because we got one bourbon, 3 ryes, and then a wheated, and then that pretty heavy oaked Elijah Craig single barrel, 18-year. So with that being said, we're gonna do a little different this week. We're going to do just single pours, different glass every time, so it's pretty true. And like I said, we got one bourbon, 3 ryes. One's a barrel proof rye, that's why we got them down here at this end. And then the Ben Holiday's soft red wheat, that is a 6-year, and it's also a Rickhouse proof. So we're going to start out. No, I think these are 95 proof. So, I guess, do you have anything to say before we get started here, or you haven't really said anything?
It's been pretty dry couple of weeks.
Pretty dry couple weeks?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had a couple of Bloody Marys in Texas, but
no, I mean,
it wasn't dry.
Haven't had
no
different bourbons.
show. No
different
shows.
bourbons,
yeah. So I figured, I don't know, this is the best way. This is my haul from Texas. These 5 right here. It's what I sent it back, bought it and sent it back, shipped it back here to Pennsylvania. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, but I did that anyways. Yeah, so I went to 2 different stores. They're big stores down there in Texas before we get started. One's a Total Wine, which was a really nice store. Didn't quite have as much as the store where I bought all this from. Specs was the place I actually bought all these bottles from. They had most of them at Total Wine, and they had different stuff at each store, so it was kind of like pick and choose where you wanted to buy it from. And these guys are a little bit better priced, so I bought it at Specs. But Total Wine was really cool. Like, you walk in, they had like wine, spirits, and in every different wine area, the spirit area, the brandy area, the vodka, the tequila, just for instance, they had somebody at every station, and they were offering different pours of other, different types of all those spirits, which was pretty cool. I thought we don't have that here. They don't do that in Pennsylvania. So I don't know. I guess get started here. We're going to start out with the 13th Colonies, the straight bourbon. So it is a 4 to 6 year, and I didn't see it before I got it, and I probably wouldn't have got it if I would have known. But it's MGP juice.
Yeah.
So they source this juice and they age it and bottle it at 13th Colonies. So we're going to start with this one first. Put this down here. And if we don't drink them all, we'll grab a glass at the end or whatever you want to do, and we'll dump what we got left in, make a affinity glass or something. We'll just use one of the Glens that we don't have our name on. So, but yeah. So I guess we can get started here. But like I said, it's a 4 to 6 year. It's MGP juice, which is it's fine. It's just I was looking for stuff that was other. The people who like say for instance the rest of these are all everybody's own stuff. So, but this one was not, and I didn't read enough of the bottle. So
Has a nice smell.
yeah, it has a good nose on it.
Yeah.
It's fruity, a little fruity.
A little fruity.
I think they say like a corn on the cob-ish maybe, fruity.
Yeah, it's a little light.
That's a good one to get started with.
Yeah. Yeah. Break your old palate loose.
Yeah, it's definitely solid. I mean, it would be.
Yeah.
I just don't know how much they have of in 13 Colony. I don't know how much they sourced from them, or I don't think they're still sourcing. I think that this is probably how they got started. They probably sourced this in the beginning because they're saying 4 to 6 years, so they got some older stuff.
Yeah.
I really was looking for their double oaked, which then was nowhere to be found. But I did see so many that I wanted. I seen a bunch of old souls that I wanted. A couple things that you probably would have wanted, like that. Is that Horse Soldier?
Horse
Yeah,
soldier,
that one that
yeah,
you're
so-
missing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, at the time, I didn't even know how I was getting this stuff back. I was thinking, get 5 bottles, jam it in my luggage. But and talking to people, they're like, just send it home. So I just sent it home. I don't know.
Yeah, I was here when it got here.
Oh yeah, you were with the dog. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's I forgot about that. So all in all, I think it has a really good nose. I think it's fruity, maybe a little cherry, and I guess I can probably get the corn on the cob, like the buttery,
Yeah. get
creamy
Yeah.
smell to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all
I
in
think
all,
it's-
that's
I think
pretty
it's
good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
I'll pour that in there, and then I guess we'll just sit the old ones down here, and we might as well move on, right? I mean,
Right.
you don't want to dump it in the glass and I'll put it back down, or you just want to keep it in your glass because we're gonna have a bunch of glasses sitting here. So next one we're gonna move on to 13th Colonies, another 13th Colonies. It's their rye, and it is I think it's finished, and yeah, French oak finished. So, and this is it's a 4 to 6 year, 4 to 5, 4 to 6 year, and this is their own juice. So, and it's also 95 proof. So we're getting into the ryes now.
Boy, that really smells.
Yeah. So they give you a bunch of if you look at their stuff, it tells you what they're saying apricots, brown sugar, aromas, sweet and spicy. So I don't know.
I get the apricot right off the bat.
You're an apricot guy. You're an apricot guy, right?
Oh yeah, I like apricot.
So yeah. And then at the end we'll see if we can pick which one we like the best. I mean, like I said, I've tried them a little bit, but not a lot, and then I think we didn't reveal them on the show, so I get a little minty, like a type of a mint.
I'm getting the caramel there, naturally.
Yeah, I can get some like fruit of some sort, but I do get mint on the nose for sure.
I don't know. Didn't get much on that taste. Hopefully the next one.
I kind of like it.
Tastes a little weak to me.
A little pepper at the end. They're only 95 proof, so
Yeah.
I kind of like that better than the last one. It's good. I got some like a sweet and sour at the end of that on my tongue, backside of my tongue. For a rye, it doesn't. I mean, it's French oaked, but they probably use them staves, like the French oak staves in their barrel at the
You
end.
get a little oak, not a whole lot.
But going back, I think both of these are 4 to 6 year, just as I'm remembering. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like this rye a little bit better. It doesn't have as much on the nose though. I don't get a whole lot on the nose.
It's starting to come around now. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely get brown sugars and
Vanilla.
yeah, some vanilla.
I do get the apricot though. That's. But I like apricots.
A lot of lot of sour, like a sour, like almost a sweet and sour can, almost like a wild turkey product almost.
Mm.
But I don't know. You figure for a 4 to 6 year down there, like where they're aging their stuff in Mississippi, you figure that's probably like an 8 year in Kentucky because of the heat. You know what I mean? Heat index is higher, and they just age faster, get more. I don't know how old their stuff gets, but I don't know. I like that one a lot. I think I like it a little bit better than the first one. Yeah, it's good. We'll move on here. Christy warned me about taking too much time, so I figured we'll have to keep moving, or she'll start prompting us to see how she gets.
Yeah.
So, okay, so our next one, it's one all of these I've been trying to get. You know what I mean? And we'd have to get them offline at a couple places. Going back to Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania shut this one place down that was sending stuff. You could buy it online, and they sent it to you. But supposedly that Pennsylvania shut them down. And they're as of right now, I think I did see where they were doing it again, but I'm not positive. But so Frey Ranch, this is their bottled and bond rye whiskey. It's I think it's a 4 to 6 or 4 to 5 year. I'm pretty sure it's at least 5 years old actually. But they're doing great stuff. So I guess they were just a farm, like so many generation farm, like 3 generation farm, 3rd generation farm. And they just decided, they're going to turn everything they grow there, they turn into some type of, they do single malts now. I know they do 4 grains, 5 grains, single grains, wheated, but everything is farm to glass. Like they do all their own stuff. So I'm pretty excited about this stuff. I would like to be able to get a couple other ones. They had a couple other bottles that I seen. They had the one that I was really interested in that I didn't get. They have a what's it called? They're barrel proof. They call it something farm. I don't know what the hell it is. I can't remember, but they have a barrel proof like straight bourbon, and then they have a barrel proof rye that I could have got. And it's just like I said, I just didn't really know at the time how I was going to get everything back, so I didn't.
I know at one time I
Try
was
to
a
buy
big rye fan, but I kind of like the rye
Yeah,
No.
I'm getting into the ryes pretty good now.
A lot of people say they don't like rye. Well, I don't think they really tried it other than maybe one time. And then they said, well, they didn't like it. Well,
I'm not
there's
really
other ones
sure.
out there.
Yeah.
Some of the good ones out there.
What the percentage of rye is on that? If I had to guess, it's probably, I don't know, 50% rye.
Yeah.
51, maybe a little bit more. I didn't look at any of that stuff. I just figured we'd review it. And definitely a good nose on that. You can. I get the definitely the like peppercorn spice or something.
Yeah, I'm getting a spice there.
And obviously this is a 100 proofer, so we're jumping up 5 proof for being a bottle bond. At least 5 years, I think it is.
Oh wow, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, get the vanilla in that one too.
I get some vanilla. I get a little like that cream, like a vanilla cream almost. And I definitely get some more spice. It's a little spicier. Got that rye spice to it. They do a weeded also that's supposed to be like blow your mind good.
This one here is very, very good.
Yeah, it's fruit. I get fruit and some vanillas for sure.
Get it toasted?
I think it's just in their grains. I know they malt all their barley, and I get a lot. I know I see what you're saying there with that toasted.
Yeah.
I don't know if that maybe is coming from age or from the barrel char. I mean, it's pretty dark, so
yeah.
I would say that, like I said, I know it's at least 5 years. It could be a little bit more than 5 years, but all in all, it's definitely a solid bourbon or rye whiskey. I'm sorry.
Yes. Very, very good.
But yeah, I was limited, like I said, to what I could bring back. And even sending it, it wasn't cheap to send it either, and we just sent it regular ground. But we packed it, and it showed up just how we put in the box. So it was, it went well anyway. So.
Yeah, I didn't even open it up and sample it. We did sample it later, though.
Man, that's got to be the winner so far.
Very good, yes.
Man, like I said, I get a lot of brown sugar with that one. A lot. It's really good. So I guess the next one there, it's
good old Austin.
One of the reasons why I wanted to go there because I never had or never tried. Can't get it. Still Austin. And I was torn because most of their stuff's only 2 years plus. It's just 2+ usually. And the reason being is, again, it's so hot there. It doesn't take as long to get the color, the flavor. Like people say about like Garrison Brothers, like they age your stuff a long time, and they say their stuff's a little thick because that's what you're going to get. You're going to get all them oils out of the barrels after 4 to 5 years in Texas, where Kentucky it takes at least 4 years to get a decent bourbon. You know what I mean? So this is their Cask strength, straight rye. It's let's say it's 56. What that says? 56.
So that'd be 102.
No, it's I think it's 120 something. That this is 100% Texas grain also, so they're buying. Oh, it's 116 proof. I was torn. They had a regular rye, straight rye that was a bottle and bond 4 year, and I was thinking maybe to get that one, but I was like, I'll do the Cask strength. And I tried the their regular straight rye. It's it's only two years plus or whatever they say it is.
I like the cask strength.
Yeah, me too. Well, I tasted them at that Total Wine. I tasted this one, and then I tasted the regular straight rye, which was really good, but that just had a lot more flavor to it. So I went with that. So the Texas rye whiskey, right there, cask strength, and it's good. It has a really good brown sugar and vanilla forward with some spice to it, a little rye spice on the nose, which would be like a peppercorn or clove or whatever you like, an allspice maybe, something to that effect. So. Yeah, that's pretty good too.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Man, I got a little bit of mint on that, on the front side of it.
Maple?
Not something sweet in there, right? I just got some more mint.
Get a little nutty flavor, smell.
Yeah, it's different than that. That's for sure. It's definitely different than the Frey Ranch.
Yeah. But it's been a while too. Almost 4 weeks since we've done this, so.
I get a lot of, like I said, a lot of brown sugars,
Vanilla, caramel,
some vanillas.
but you always get that.
I get a little hint of mint in there too. I don't know what that's coming from. If it's just the rye grains, or
That could be.
what it is, but doesn't really drink 116.
No.
I don't think it drinks any hotter than that 100 proof right there, to be honest with you. You thinking around the same thing, or?
Yeah. It got low heat, but nothing bad. Nothing really that bad. No.
I'm getting maybe a little honey.
You know, I thought it was a little honey, but then I wasn't sure. So.
Yeah, I think I got a little honey out of that. But all in all, that's a really good pour for sure. And I think it was that was like a 60 some dollar bottle, something like that, which is not too bad, right?
No.
So the next one is another reason why I really wanted to go shopping down there, is because I've been looking for Ben Holidays for a long time. So particularly the soft red wheat. Wasn't so much looking for the Rickhouse as much as I was just soft red wheat, but it's a 6-year. It's wheated, soft red wheat, pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It's their own juice. Like I said, they're from Missouri. I heard a lot about them, and they also give you all kinds of stuff on here. Tells you where it was at, like what Rickhouse, what floor it was on. There's 7 different floors, and whatever percentage on the floors that it came from.
Wow.
And this is a 120.1 proof. And I opened this in Texas. So me and my Christy's stepfather, which would be my stepfather.
Your stepfather-in-law.
In-law. Yeah. Opened it and had a little bit of it down there. But other than that, it's I think it was well worth the trip to get this stuff. Not why we went there. We went there to see my wife's family. We spent a lot of time with them. and a swimming pool most of the time. And then moved on to her dad's house on the ranch down there in Anderson, Texas. But all this was bought in College Station, Texas. So home of the Aggies, per se, right? Johnny Manziel's land down there.
Yeah.
Boy, he shit the bed, huh?
Yeah.
Now I get definitely some rye funk on that nose, big time, and some. Like maybe a dark fruit, like a plum or something to that effect.
Definitely getting the fruit here, but
Ho. That's a winner there. I get that buttercream.
yes.
It's that soft red wheat, man. That's
Vanilla cream.
yeah.
Buttercream. Yeah.
Buttercream, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Vanilla. It's definitely a vanilla bomb for sure. That's
very good. Or 120 proof, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, 120.1. So yeah, it's should be pretty hot, but it's really not hot. So. Yeah, there's definitely a dark fruit in there, and I think it's like a plum or a prune or raisin.
Dark cherry.
I mean, you could probably be a dark cherry. To me, it's almost darker than that, though. Yeah, it's
very good.
It's one of my favorites for sure. So I mean, all in all, right now, what are you thinking is a favorite so far?
Frey
Ranch.
Yeah, Frey Ranch. Fry. We won't fry it. We'll just fry it. Yeah, it's pretty good. This one is really good too.
Yeah, this one's really good. I'll make my decision here shortly.
Yeah, that's really good.
All right. So we got one more to try. Like I said, this is this one's a pretty special bottle to me because, like I said, this is one of my best friends from high school. We played sports together. We lived together for years. Spent a lot of time together. So yeah, I mean, like I said, and then how can you go wrong with some Elijah Craig 18 year? You know what I mean?
Can't go wrong.
And I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know where to start with it. I was going to put it first. I'm like, no, because that could ruin everything for us, like taste buds because of the oak and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, we'll put it at the end. We will wash our mouths out as much as we possibly can. And then we'll give it hell. Right? I mean,
yeah.
So I guess the deal was with this. They use their. You can let it sit there, Dad. It's a single barrel. Elijah Craig 18 year bourbon. And I guess they hand select their best barrels. And they turn it into single barrel. And that's old. You know what I mean? That's almost 20 years old. I know that a lot of the older, the 18, the 19, the 20s, even the 17 year, you get past 15 years and some of it's not very good.
No.
Not to me, it isn't. I mean, other people maybe, but like he said, he's a big Buffalo Trace guy. He's got some of the B-Tech lineup and stuff, and he was telling me he has Pappy 20. And he said he would rather pour it in a glass and smell it and dump it out instead of drink it. He says that's how bad it is. He said it tastes like, what did he tell me?
Yeah, I did remember him saying that. No.
It tastes like you took a bite of an oak 2x4 and then licked a boot, a leather boot. So that's, I mean, and he drinks Scotch. So you would think if anybody was going to like it, it would be like a single malt Scotch guy. You know what I mean? And I just think there's that. I think there's that edge there where it's you get above 12 and 15 years there. I think it just teeters on the edge of how people, what they think of it.
Older don't mean it's better.
I don't think so.
No.
So we'll give this a shot. I mean, this, like I said, this is 18. This is the oldest I've ever had of anything.
Just like our Knob Creek, we had the 9-year, we have the 12-year. I like the 9-year better than I do the 12-year.
Yeah, any of the barrel picks that are 9 to 10 to 11 years, I like better than that 12-year.
Yeah.
Now that could be because the 12 years only 100 proof, and they dumbed it down a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like this, we were sitting here, me and him. We're like, why 90? God didn't want this to be 90 proof. You know why they do that? Because they more bottles. They'll get 200 bottles instead of 150. You know what I mean? Or 100 if they leave it at that. Probably come out of the barrel at 130, 100, maybe 140 proof. Who knows what it come out at? We were like, why did they do that? But tribute to Roy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for donating and letting us reveal this for you. I'm going to give it a sniff here. Okay, I mean, I get some oak.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I also get some, like, nuttiness.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, a little nut.
Some brown sugar.
Oh yeah, vanilla. No chocolate. Just vanilla.
I mean, I don't think it's too oaky.
No, I don't think so.
I think it tastes similar to like their toasted barrel, but not as hot. Not as
People ask me what's my favorite bourbon, and this is Elijah Craig is one of my favorite bourbons.
Yeah, I let him try the 923, and he loved it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was getting pretty late in the game when we tried it, but
yeah,
he looked at me and said, like 2:30, and said, "No more bourbon."
he's not gonna lick a boot out.
We're done. We're done drinking. And I'm like, I agree with you. So it was a long night. Well worth staying up for, though.
Yeah.
I don't get to see him very often, so we love him.
Get to see them old friends. Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is great, to be honest with you. I get, man, oh man, brown sugar. I get some oak.
Yeah, definitely get the oak.
I get a little bit of nuttiness, like some, I don't know if it's peanuts or not, like maybe roasted peanuts or something.
Yeah. Very good.
But it definitely stays with you, for sure.
Yes.
I'm not putting this in my infinity glass either.
And I'm getting pretty full.
Yeah. I think I'm going to.
That's about a Christie pour.
I kind of get a little dark chocolate after a while. Like it's lingering, like a lingering dark chocolate. Or cocoa, which reminds me of like my mom used to make use Hershey's cocoa to make hot chocolate. You'd have to use like sugar with it and stuff like that. But it's like like a dark chocolate. And I'm still getting stuff off of this.
Yeah, it stays with you. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Imagine what that would be at Cask Strength, though. That would be a killer at Cask Strength.
Yeah.
But this is why people can get this. That's why it was even eligible where I could have got some. I just didn't get any.
I could have got it down in
Um,
Chambersburg, and I didn't want to pay what they wanted for it. I think it was $120.
no, it's 200. MSRP is 200. I think it was 199.99. It's in Pennsylvania. It was on the website forever, and I heard bad things. I heard, it's really oaky, it's bitter, it's no good. But maybe that's a different bottle than what everybody was talking about. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and I like the lingering dark chocolate in the end too.
Got a beautiful color to it.
Mm-hmm. So all in all, Roy, yeah, I think I would take that one over all these. To be honest with you,
Good job, Roy.
different ball game. I mean, we're looking. It's not apples to apples here. So, but yeah, thanks. Appreciate everything, man. Appreciate the fun we had, sharing the drinks, going to a reunion, and then that bottle's be special. We'll hang on to that one and drink that on special occasions. So, but yeah, definitely appreciate it. So that's about all we got, guys. It was great being back, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
doing a show. It's been a long time.
Pretty dry.
Pretty dry. We got our fill there. Plus, we have another pretty good glass to get rid of here, and we don't waste stuff, so we're gonna drink it. But I appreciate everybody watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you come across our channel. Like the shows, and everybody have a good Friday evening, and God bless.
Night, everybody.